Good morning, my friends, my subscribers, and someone who is the first time on my channel. My name is Angela Alec, and I am from Overland Park, Kansas. It's cold these days, but today is very nice actually, but it was pretty cold. So I am making this cherry blossom stem, and I almost finish up. See how beautiful? I almost finish up, but I decided let me make a very short video how I make it. So I will just jump into work because I almost done with the second one. I usually make like a couple and post it on my website on Etsy. So if people interested, I can make more always, right? It takes time to make them, but I work pretty fast. So let's jump into work. I will turn camera into my table so you can see what I'm doing. Okay? Alrighty, let's start it. Okay, here's my hands. So if you saw my previous videos, I never do a maybe something like this. I never make stencils or something, but you can do it. But I'll show you how I make it. Basically, I just flip. I cut like it's 2 inches to 2 inches square foam, 1 millimeter thick. So I just where I buy it. I buy my foam online. I sell some on my Etsy shop because I purchase kind of rolls that it will last forever. So I decided to sell some. And this I buy online, Amazon, AliExpress, just where you find the best for you. So basically, if you see, I flip 1 and 2, and this corner that has kind of like no petals, and here that's where petals would be. So if you need it, just scroll back and see one more time how I do it. Then when we see we're getting like this small square, and I hold right here where it's flipped, and I will cut right here like making a circle. So basically I just cut the corners in making a circle. If it's hard to you, you can make a one stencil and just cut, using a stencil. But I do like this. So basically then I flip, and then I cut right here a little more because, it's hard to cut, but keeping a middle side, not, the whole thing. And then I flip one more time and cut right here just a little to make it more petal looking like. So basically I end up with like this. It's not the perfect shape, but that's okay, So then I have right here preheat iron, my working friend, and I just let's do like this, and I just put on the iron. Don't make it it's preheat in a low, and then it's getting melted right here, not completely melted but somewhat, but be careful. You will feel like your foam is already. So then what I do is basically into my finger and shape it like this, to make it something like a cone looking. That's what you need to make hundreds of them for one branch. When people asking why it's so expensive, it's a handmade. I don't have a machine. I have to cut and make each of this. So for one branch, for one stem that we're making, it's about 15, 16 flowers, goes in it. I don't make it like, none of my flowers are exactly same. So, and for one branch like this, that I showed you, it's five stems goes into one branch. So just calculate it. You can make a little more. Depends on what size you're making, but basically, it's as I said, I make the way I like it. So once you pre-made, so 15 into 5, what 75 things you need to do. Just calculate, I'm not good with calculation. So next, you need to make like this centers. Basically, it's a 6 inches, and a pink bead. So I just basically glue it right here, So I am not doing it extra one right now because I don't need it. I already pre-made them. So 6 inch with the bead on the bottom. So basically now you have this pre-made flower petals, and you stick, I need to turn on my glue gun, and you just put it in the middle and just make it go through like that, So now I need to wait for my heat gun because I didn't pre-made it. Okay, and like that. So, and I'm going to glue it right here, just to put a drop of a glue and just glue it. But I need to wait when my glue gun will preheat because I forgot to turn it on. Gosh, looks like I thought I am recording, but my phone is turned off because I make my videos on my phone. So let's back to this. So this is a little stem, and then I just pull it here like this. Oh gosh, in the middle, and flip it in here. Now what I need to do is just to put a drop of a glue here, and like this, hold it until it's glued. It glues pretty fast. So, and also I'm in my studio. I turned my garage into my studio. So people who subscribe and watching my videos, they know. So basically, that's it. And now let's do for this ones. Also, drops of glue. Just a little bit, don't do it too much. And let's do the last one. Just drop of glue. They are not all the same, and that's fine. They don't have to. They don't have to be like exactly same. They will look just fine. Now, because the stems are brown, and this my flower wire is green, so I'm going to just wrap it with a brown stem wrapping. Okay. Make stems a little bit thicker than I wish they would be, but that's okay. Like that. If something sounds too long, just scroll it. But I'm making just a few, That's why I already pre-made everything, because I know when I want to watch something, I like it when it's quick, you know, just to get important information. But some people wants more detailed, you know. So that's what I'm saying. If you need more detail and look more, just scroll back and watch it again. If you are someone who wants it fast, just scroll and to the scroll it, you know, ahead. Okay, let me just grab a bigger wire. I'll show you right now. Oh, it's right here. So basically, to put all these flowers together, you need a wire. This wire is 14 gauge wire, and I buy them in the rolls, and I basically straighten them myself. And also I sell them on on my Etsy, because I try to find right sizes and right gouge, you know, and I couldn't find it. I find it only recording would be stopped. Why it's saying like this, you know, that recording would be stopped. So it's so I buy the rolls, you know, big rolls, and then I straighten and cut myself to this sizes. So now what we're going to do, just to the end of this gouge, let's just put one and just start attaching them, just one after another. There's no special rules. It's just the way you want it, the way you can see your stem, you know. And then more, because you know, cherry blossom has a bunch of flowers on the stem, so that's why you basically attach like one after another. Just try that they are not like one-sided, so you have them you know, like around the stem, and just keep going like this. This part is fast. The preparation is long, but once you prepared everything, then just put together, it's not the big deal, you know. But I usually don't do pre-mades. I make like examples, and I post it on my shop, and then if people orders, then I kind of start making, because often they want different color or different size or different something else. So I cannot, I make my flowers to order only. Of course, I do have some pre-makes, pre-made ones, but you know, foam flowers, especially giant flowers, they take so much space, and my basement is actually full of boxes with materials and you know, some ready to go flowers, which I made you know, on I made them like, you know, earlier, just in case if somebody wants like very quickly, you know, sometimes they need it like immediately, so I can sell. But you know what happened is, for example, I do have some roses, but they need a different size or different color, and I still have to make another ones, even having some pre-made ones. So that's why I decided I better just do it to order only, because I don't want to keep my you know, my basement full of stuff. I already have a bunch of foam that I try to have at least for 20 flowers, that each color that I need, you know. And mostly is white, of course, because, you know, having a white, you always can paint it to ordered color. So now that's what we got. See, that's what we have. And now this is all flowers in wire. So just basically, we just gently flip it like this, you know, to make them fluffier. Just open up like that. Okay, here you go. And it's basically almost done. So you can keep them like this and make a like a separate and put on a vase, you know, in this like this. But I want to make a large. I want to make a large like this. Let me move camera back to my face so you can see the whole thing. So see, I already attached four branches to here, and now I'm attaching the last one right like that, a little bit under like that, and just attach the last one together, and it would be large, beautiful. But right here you need to very kind of like attach it very well so it won't fall off. I can do even like this, you know, to flip it around a little bit, and just all the way to the bottom. Okay. Now I have 32 inches tall 32 inches tall branch, cherry blossom branch. Okay. Okay, here you go. Now see, it's fluffy and beautiful. So my phone is because I have a not very good lighting here, so and it doesn't show very well, but I'll take a pictures and attach to my video some pictures. See, because of the pinkish beads inside, they look like a, you know, they look pinkish, you know, they have this pinkish accent in there. Okay, okie dokie. Alrighty, thank you very much for watching, and I will try my best to make more DIYs in better quality, but as you guys know, I'm not very good at it, but I'm trying because every time when I have an order, I'm trying to make it fast, you know, because usually how it works, you know, people want it right now, and I'm not always ready to make a video, but I have a will, I have a power, but looks like I don't have a willpower to make more videos. But anyway, I appreciate you watch me, and I hope I will do more DIY videos soon, and hope to see you again. Alrighty, bye bye.